Thank you for staying with us here on the WHHI-TV Daily News. With me now is Dr. Robert Adams, and he is the Executive Director of the Penn Center. And so thank you so much for being here today, Doctor. We are excited about the Heritage Festival that's coming up. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But before we do that, kind of give us a little bit of an overview of the Penn Center and what it is that you try and accomplish in the community.
Yeah, so we're a advocacy organization for Gullah Geechee culture and history. We started in 1862 as part of the Port Royal experiment when the Union forces came in during the Civil War. And the Penn Center started as a school from 1862 to 1948. And after that, we became a place where for advocacy and hosting social movements like Dr. King's civil rights movement. And we've been doing that kind of work since then.
Well, that is an impressive history, and it's really very cool that it's still going forward. So I love that. So we are at the 41st annual Heritage Days coming up starting this weekend, and it's a packed schedule, which we're going to talk about. But this year kind of has a little bit of maybe a little bit of a different meaning in that obviously there was a tragedy that happened in St. Helena, and we're all trying to come together as a community to rally around that. So how are this year's Heritage Day is going to kind of give reverence to what happened, but then also really celebrate what the St. Helena community is about?
Yeah, so I think that definitely we're still processing
Right.
the tragedy of that October night where 24 people were injured from gunfire and 4 people lost their lives.
Yeah.
And we'll be having commemorative pieces of our programming over Heritage to celebrate those lives. And but this has always been Penn Center's role is to lead resiliency, recovery, and healing. This is one of the reasons why Dr. King came to visit us in the 60s, is because of our historic role in leading community healing. And so this is another moment for us to step into the gap and provide that community healing and leadership. This area is essential part of American democracy.
Right.
It's one of the origin spaces for American democracy. So as we continue to live out and live into our pluralistic dreams, Penn Center, St. Helena, Beaufort County, and the Lowcountry continue to play a big role in that. And heritage is part of that process.
Absolutely. And it is a packed schedule, as we talked about before we started filming. I have, I think, almost 3 pages of different events that are going on. So give us some highlights from each day. I know it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So what are some of the highlights in the schedule that you're looking forward to the most?
So, I mean, we break it down into 3 different components. Thursday is Youth and Family Day.
Okay.
And we have the Taste of Gullah meal at 5 o'clock, where you get to sort of experience traditional low country cooking. We also have the Road to Remembrance, which will be about the raid on the Combahee River by that Harriet Tubman led. And during the day, we'll have some activities for young people from the local area schools. And then we round out the night with a traditional service at Brick Baptist Church,
Okay.
which is a historic church here
Yeah.
on St. Helena. And then Friday becomes the day of cultural reconnection. We'll have a symposium at 3, and Etta Fields Black, who just won the Pulitzer for her book Combahee, about Harriet Tubman's time here in the Lowcountry. She'll be there to talk about her work and giving out signed copies of her work. We also have the traditional fish fry, and that's 6 to 9. And then we'll have Motown music to go along with those good eats.
Nice.
But it'll be local people frying up really good fish, and we'll also have oysters. And then on Saturday, it's the community celebration. That's when we have our traditional Heritage Day parade. That'll start at 9 a.m. From the west part of the island and coming down to Penn Center. And then the day will have celebrations and more music, more presentations, different cultural groups will be doing different things to sort of celebrate the community.
Well, it sounds fabulous. Where can somebody go to get more information if they want to know exactly what's happening and when and how they can get involved?
Yeah, the penncenter.com. And under the Heritage tab on our website, we'll have all that information and lead you to places where some of the events are free, like the Saturday Community Celebration and the parade. Some events are paid, like the symposium, but you can get links to all of that, the paid and the unpaid events.
Excellent. Well, Doctor, thank you so much for being here today, and congratulations on the 41st Heritage Days.
Thank you. Everybody come on out and let's celebrate Gullah Geechee culture in the Lowcountry.
Absolutely. Thanks to everyone on the show today for their insights and contributions. As always, our production team is behind the scenes to make all of this possible. And of course, we are honored that you have chosen to share a part of your day with us. I'm Betsy McDaniel, and we'll see you for the next WHHI-TV Daily News.